Let's go confront Eduardo. Because I think we got the got pretty much everything done. This game is breezy. I enjoyed this. I don't know how much longer it is. Maybe it's super long. Maybe there's a whole other half of the game that we haven't gotten to yet. I'm not sure. My guess is there isn't. This was a good time. I had a good time with this. Seems to be working. All right, let's go down. I don't know where Harrison is. Bye, monsters. I don't need to fight you. Harrison. Oh god, it's Harrison. He's dead. He must have been attacked by those. No, wait, no, he was shot. Harrison. I'm so sorry. Harrison James. ID number 05061. Date of birth January 12, 1965. Firearms expert. He was put on the Edward Crow missing persons case. Tried to stop him coming to Crow Country, but he really wanted to help. It's a med kit. I'll take it. It's a bag, just a grubby old sports bag. It seems familiar somehow. It's empty. It's a large pipe. I guess it leads back to the main underground area. So yeah, this is the central underground. Mm-hmm. The mining lanterns are really old and need replacing. Any kind of spark sends to set off the oil that's trapped inside. Just happens. Just give it a whack to disperse the oil. The flame should go out. Oh, I can't carry any more of those. Not injured. All right. All right. Got them all. The gun for problem solving, huh? Hey, Tolman. I can't let you. Listen, Harrison is dead. Harrison James, the police I know who he is. I'm sorry, Mara. He shouldn't have come here. It was only a matter of time before one of those creatures. He was shot with a gun. Shit. Do you know who did it? Oh, I think he's probably got a good idea. Marvin, you... Look, kid, this is nothing personal, okay? Put down the gun, Trumbull. And then what, huh? Go home, forget this whole thing ever happened? The feds would be kicking down my door within the week. I'm culpable for all this shit. I know, I am too. But Mara is not, so leave her out of it. She knows way too much. You think she won't rat us out? Hell, she already tried. She was getting real chatty with the pretty boy officer. I tried to stop him from coming. I kept telling him to leave. Well, he didn't leave, did he? And neither did you. And now it's too... What was that? No idea. Bullshit. If this is some sort of trick, it ain't. Ah! Where am I? Julie, she survived. Julie? Hey. What's going on? What are you doing in there? I'll tell you, if you help me out of this thing. Oh gosh, sorry. Tolman, would you give me a hand? Sure. Julie, I thought you'd been... I came out of the boat ride and you were gone. There was blood. Something grabbed me and dragged me backwards into the vent. What was it? Whatever it was, there are several more of them hiding out in the pipes. It's pitch black in there, but I could hear them, smell them. And what, they tried to kill you? No, mostly they just shook me around, made a bunch of noise. Shouting, weeping, moaning, whatever you'd call it. Sounds about right. What do you mean? They're angry, but they don't want to kill us. They're trying to communicate. Mara, you haven't introduced me. Oh, right, sorry. Julie, this is Tolman. He works for Edward Crow. And Tolman, this is Julie Barron. She's a lawyer. She was hired by the Marshall family, Elaine Marshall's family. I see. What are you two doing down here? Someone's been killed, shot, a police officer. Goodness me. Tolman here was just about to go deal with it, weren't you? Aye. I'll come with you. I have experience with this kind of thing. Good. Okay, thanks. Mara. Something else. Natalie Crow is waiting in Edward Crow's office. Would you go see how she's doing? Crow's daughter? Sure, of course. I'd love a chance to talk to her, actually. You're not. One last thing. Arthur Mole. He's out in the staff parking area in my white Fiesta. Would you check on him, too? I've left him alone way too long. Of course, we can do that, too. Thank you. Mara, what are you going to do? I'm going to do what I came here to do. We'll be waiting by your car, okay? Okay? Thanks. Come along, Mr. Tolman. We've got lots to do. It's held in place by 2 chains. Have to undo the other one, too. It's a pool of water. Looks so clean. Is this a spring? God, that feels better. I didn't realize how filthy I was. It must just heal you. Give you full health before the final battle. Oh, this is cool. Snake Eater. All right. And we're getting smaller as we go, just like Snake Eater. It's the reverse Snake Eater. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Mara is Elaine Marshall, maybe. This is a very wonderful... This is amazing. This is great. It gets it. This game gets it. This is very clever. This is just a smart little game. It's a set of photos taped up on the wall. Natalie Crow, Edward Crow's daughter. Tolman, the engineer Crow put in charge of root excavation. The next one is a photo of me. When did he take this? Julie Barron, lawyer hired by Elaine Marshall's family. Arthur Mole, a teenager who wanted to photograph the guests. Marvin Trumbull, he was responsible for Crow's fake gold mine. Douglas Pike, he was in charge of building the actual theme park. And finally, Harrison James, he was a police officer sent to look for Edward Crow. His telephone, it's been left off the hook. Shotgun shells, ring-bound book, piece of paper. Someone's written something here, but I can't make sense of it. It's nonsense. Does look like just roots. Collection of staff memos. Medical cabinet, in case I need it. Fire axe. Bunsen burner. I remember these at school. Turn one on. It's a bright blue flame. The fire is crackling hot. I like that she gets to sit there and like look at fire. Looking at fire is what does it. It's a bottle containing an antidote. Set of vials. 5 glass vials, each with the same pale green liquid inside. I don't know what they're for. I'll leave them alone. Shower, there's a lever. It's a curtain. It's a bed. This must be where Crow had been sleeping. The sheets are stained with blood. It's a microwave. It's a med kit. Okay. Sealed envelope for Natalie. I won't open it. Hazmat suit. It's covered in a fine layer of dust. Guess he's not wearing it anymore. It's an elevator. A relatively simple way to get up to the surface. It doesn't work anymore because someone's driven a fire axe through the control panel. Perfect. All right, let's save. Get one last save out of the way. Should I talk into it? Mr. Crow, I'm here. I'm in your lab. Hello, Elaine. Open the door. It is cool how the lighting in here makes her blonde again. I will. But first, please pick up the glass vials I've laid out on the counter. Why? Please. Fine. I'll need to put down all the other objects I've been carrying. I won't need them. All right. I took the vials, left in their place all the other items I collected. The police ID card I took from Harrison James, the bronze key given to me by a fairy, the crank handle I found in a safe, the ruby gemstone that was hidden in a painting of a demon, the chain I took from the neck of a mechanical swan, the mask I excavated from a block of resin, the trident I took out from a witch's cauldron, the silver key that was hidden in Neptune's palace, the data disc I got from the change machine in an arcade, the acid bottle I took from a cell in a dungeon, the golden key I found trapped inside a fairy's head, the battery I pulled from the stomach of a robotic mermaid. Good times. Elaine, our name changed. Glass vials collected from Edward Crow's laboratory. And my hair is purple. Not gonna be able to open this myself. Let's do one more save really quick. Mr. Crow, I have the vials. Open the door. Stand back. So yeah, we're Elaine. That's what I thought. She's cosplaying the girl. It's the roots. Elaine Marshall. Edward Crow. How long has it been? 2 years? We've never met before. No, I mean since you became infected. 2 years. 2 years since I shut the park. I'm glad you came back. So yeah, she's 17, right? Why would you give a shit? I would offer you a drink, but what are you now, 18? Not quite. And yet you made it all the way down here. You're clearly very stubborn. That's good. Gives me hope. Hope? Tell me, how are you feeling? Bad? Tired? They can't get rid of my infection. It's been getting worse. Of course. I must say I'm relieved they let you out of the hospital long enough to. They didn't. I escaped. I see, you really are determined. And all this because you want to kill me, I assume? No. I came because I want to tell you something face to face. I need you to know. Go on. Mr. Crow, I'm going to die from this infection. We tried everything. Nothing works. It's going to kill me. But I didn't realize. You have it too. The same infection. Of course. Anyone who's been exposed to the guests will have it. Naturally, I was the first. When the first guest emerged from the pool, I tried to help him. I put him in a holding cell up on ground level so we could monitor him more easily. The holding cell? That's where I was attacked. Yes, bringing the guests up to the surface proved to be a mistake. But you look worse than I do. I am simply further along. My continued exposure to the guests has accelerated the process. Continued exposure? Your bloody escapade today, it may prove to have a similar effect on you. Oh God. It looks bad. What's it like when it gets that bad? I shall not lie to you. Elaine, do you remember when your family asked me to pay your medical fees? Yeah. They're holding you accountable since I was injured in your park. But you never paid them. My lawyer is trying to take you to court over it. Yes, this was a deliberate decision on my part. Knowing the nature of your illness, I knew there could be no cure found at the hospital. Wait. But there is a cure. I made one. You? How? I had to reverse engineer it. I've been studying the highly infectious bacteria on the dead bodies of the guests. New kinds of bacteria that nobody knows about yet. That's been the problem. It's no surprise your doctors were stumped. Those vials from your lab? Yes, you have the cure on your person at this very moment. 5 vials, enough to cure 5 people. 5. Harrison and Marvin are dead. So that leaves you, me, Natalie, Tolman, Julie, and Arthur. That's 6 people. You didn't make enough files. You are wrong there. I shall not be taking the cure. You understand where we are right now. You call it the pool. Correct. And protruding from its depths, the 7 roots. What's left of them after years of you cutting them up, harvesting them for gold. Exactly right. Elaine, look at me. Listen. The pool is a gateway, and the guests are human beings who attempted to travel through it and emerged here. Why do they look so? Why are they messed up? Because I've spent the last 10 years dismantling the mechanism of that gateway. I don't understand. The pool still works, technically. But thanks to me, it's severely malfunctioning. You see, the roots are a kind of calibration antenna, necessary to accurately and safely transport those who travel through the pool. Mr. Crow, where are they coming from? The guests. What's on the other side of the pool? You understand now how my excavations have been causing the mutations of the guests. Also understand that the mutations have been getting worse as I cut down more of the roots. The beings that emerge from the pool now, they barely resemble humans at all. Most of them cannot walk, let alone speak. That first guest who emerged from the pool all that time ago, he was the least mutated. No. Yes, Elaine, he could speak. Just barely. He told me who he was and why he had come. I wrote it down word for word on a little piece of paper. And then I went back to harvesting the roots. No subsequent guests were capable of speech. You may now understand why I am choosing not to take the cure. My time is short. Before I die, I must look upon what I have wrought. You're going through the pool? Hold out your hand. What? Take it. It's a little piece of paper. Now that it is in your hands, I'm going through the pool. You'll be mutated. It'll kill you. A fitting end. Perhaps if I am lucky, I may get a glimpse of what lies on the other side. I have one more thing to ask of you, Elaine. If for any reason I re-emerge from the pool, I want you to kill me. But if I re-emerge, I will be in no shape to continue living. Do you understand? Goodbye, Elaine. I raise a glass to your future. Whoa. Uh-oh, I can't turn around. Oh, God. There we go. Elaine, it's... Shut up. I don't want to know. Elaine, you promise. Kill. Yeah, okay. Small piece of paper given to me by Edward Crow. 2106 uninhabitable ruin. We come 1988 last chance warn stop change. It's over. There's only one thing left to do. I can't leave, I don't think. Yeah. Everyone's got to drink their juice. Hey, Elaine's hair is fixed now. Staring into the flames. I feel something. It's a curious mixture of hope and dread. Maybe everything will be okay. And maybe it won't. What a cool ass game. This was a great game. I had a lot of fun playing with this, playing this. I played this in one sitting, obviously. For those of you who are watching, you'll probably be able to tell. TikTok specialist. This game has a TikTok account? That's fun. For those of you watching, it's probably obvious that I played it in one binge sitting. This game was sick. This game was great. I really love its aesthetic. Oh, Natalie's crying. Poor Natalie. This game was really cool. It really hit that survival horror itch. Aside from a few typos randomly throughout the game, I really liked the story. I liked the weird mix of sci-fi and horror that was happening. It's cool that it involved time travel, but the mutation itself wasn't like a virus. It was just like there is an impending apocalypse coming, and it's just unrelated to this horrible mutation that Ed was responsible for. Crow Country, look, it's Elaine. Results. Oh, there's a results screen. Awesome. Heals used. Hint spent. Okay, I was right. The fortune teller is a hint. Secrets found. Lives used. Final rank. A+. Hey, not bad. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. This was a really cool game. It really satisfied that itch. I do think that there was a little bit too much monster puke everywhere. Like, there were just too many monsters, too many enemies. I'm wondering if me cutting the roots more and dropping the gold, I wonder if that increased the amount of high-level monsters around. My guess is yes, that's what it did, which would be cool, ludonarratively. But yeah, I think that this game honestly wouldn't even need the pixel filter, the shader that's on everything. You could just have this game be these polygons and it would look like an N64 game. Like, that's the thing, is that this game is retro revival in a very similar way to Signalis and to other stuff like Alyssa and what was the other game that we played recently that was like this? It'll come to me after. Oh, Dread Delusion. But it honestly, like, it in Pseudo Regalia as well, where it like falls between different consoles' unique looks. Because the PS1 and the Dreamcast and the N64 and the Sega Saturn all have really... Dreamcast, obviously, is from the next generation, but still throwing it in here because it's a touch point for this. All of these consoles, PS2 as well, had really unique visual identities and visual capabilities. And a lot of these retro revivals tie them all together in a way that like isn't really indicative of any singular platform. I do like that aspect, but like, again, the pixel filter here probably wasn't even necessary. I'd love to just play the game without it because the low poly look on its own is really well directed, really excellent. And it works. It really captures that like anti-alias Nintendo 64 look. So that's kind of cool. But overall, aside from just a few small typos and like maybe just the amount of traps and enemies that spawn over time, because I think the traps are really unnecessary. They're really not needed. This game was really great. This was a great survival horror game. Really fun, really easy to play, really simple to get everything. Crowbar, grenade launcher. Interesting. Replay value. Crow quest. Crystal crows are hiding around Crow Country. Can you find and shoot them all? Neat. So yeah, there's some replay value. So if you're interested in this game, highly recommend you go check it out. This was a delightful experience. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you when we play something else.